everything right, it was you and me.
Hello everyone, my name is Nayeema and welcome back to my channel, or two if you are new. And today we have a little bit of a fall book haul. I've accumulated tons of books, some that I bought myself, some that were sent to me for my birthday, some that were just sent to me in general, and so I thought it was the perfect time to film a book haul. Also, I'm in a different location. Usually I'm in front of my bed and now I'm on it, and I don't know if I like this or not. Let me know which one you guys like better, the one that I've been doing where I'm like sitting in front of my bed or on top of my bed. It's just so hard in a dorm with the lighting and all of that. Next year I'm planning to live like off campus, so hopefully things are better and I can have a nice bookshelf, because these books are currently stacked up on my desk and it's so annoying, and I'm so paranoid that my pages are turning yellow because of the sun in the window, and it's just bothering me. So yeah, when I go home for fall break, I'm definitely bringing home all of these and like setting them up on my bookshelf nicely. I might also film like a bookshelf reorganization video, so I'm looking forward to that, because it's just like I'm surrounded by books constantly and it's driving me a little bit crazy. So yeah, today I'm going to film a haul for you guys, and yeah, without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So first I'm going to start off with the books that I got for my birthday. Thank you so much if you sent me a book for my birthday. I was really not expecting anything and it meant so much to me, and yeah, I am so excited to read these, and some of them that were sent to me were my favorites, so I was so excited to own them. My friend Nicole from 𝓼𝓸𝓬𝓬𝓪 sent me A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson, and I'm actually currently reading this and it is phenomenal. This is so beautifully written. It's probably the prettiest book that I've ever read in my entire life. Writing wise, it's so beautiful. This is like kind of like a Dracula retelling. The wives of Dracula, they end up killing him and falling in love themselves, and it's just so beautiful, so lyrical and dreamy, and on every single page, I kid you not, something is tabbed or highlighted, and I'm obsessed with it. So thank you so much, Nicole. This book is amazing. It isn't really, I wouldn't really call this a romance, just like literary fiction, gothic vibes, and it is so much fun so far. And then my friend Tori over at Novel Life, she sent me The Boyfriend Project by 𝓫𝓲𝓬𝓬𝓪, and I've been wanting to read this for so long, so thank you so much, Tori. This girl, she finds out that her boyfriend has been like cheating on her with 2 other girls, and so all those girls come together and they become best friends, and they make a pact that they're only going to focus on themselves. It's very much, it reminds me of On Tucker Must Die. I haven't read it yet, but I'm very excited to, because that is one of my favorite movies, and I think it's a romance between her and her colleague, or maybe a boss, I'm not sure, but this one sounds like so much fun. And then my friend Emmy from Emmy is Reading sent me Kiss the Sky by Krista and Becca Ritchie, and this is my favorite book ever in the Addicted / Callaway Sister series. I'm not done with the series yet. I still have, I'm currently on Addicted, what is it, After All? Yes, I'm on Addicted After All, and then I have Some Kind of Perfect and Fuel the Fire, and then also all the Next Generation books, and I'm so excited. I love this series. It's quickly becoming one of my favorites, and me and Emmy and Nicole were originally buddy reading the series, but that just wasn't working out. We were all super busy, and I kept going, and she knows how much I love to Kiss the Sky, so she sent it to me, and I'm just so happy to have this book. I love this book so much. It's definitely my favorite out of all of them so far, and yeah, I'm ready to reread it again. I've reread it twice now. It needs to happen again. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Emmy. My friend Em over at Em Reads Romance, she sent me Torn by Carrie and Cole. I've actually read this book and I loved it so much. This is definitely a taboo romance. This is between a girl who was raised by her dad and her dad's best friend. When her mom died when she was young, she very much looked at the hero as a father figure until she doesn't anymore, and it's really taboo. He basically raised her, and yeah, it's really good, excellent, very spicy, and it was a fun time, so I'm very excited to own it, so thank you, Em. And then my friend Reagan over at Ray Reads sent me The Dare by 𝓿𝓲𝓬𝓪𝓵. I actually have already read this, and it was so so much and so good. Very dark, very taboo. I think it's perfect to read during the Halloween season, so I'm glad I did. And this had everything in it. It has a degradation king. This is with the heroine bullied the hero back in high school. It's a really short, steamy novella, and it was a lot of fun, so thank you, Reagan. And then my friend Alicia from Reading with Alicia on Bookstagram and BookTube sent me The Heart Principle, and made me so happy because I've been dying to read the rest of the series. I've only read The Kiss Quotient, and I really want to read The Bride Test, and I've heard just like amazing things about The Heart Principle, so I was very excited to open this. Thank you so much, Alicia. I believe the heroine is a influencer, and then the hero is like a motorcycle rider, and he has tons of tattoos, and it just sounds like so much fun. And I'm very excited to read it, so thank you. And my friends, they surprised me. My roommate and suitemate surprised me on my birthday with The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I read this book a month before my birthday, and I just like loved it so much, and they surprised me with it, and it made me so happy. I love this book, and it deserves all the hype in the world. I was so excited to open this, and it meant a lot to me. And then 2 books were sent to me by the publisher and one from an author. So first of all, we have How to Marry Keanu Reeves. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. I mentioned this book in another video, and Keanu, I really have no idea, but Keanu, I don't know. How to Marry Keanu Reeves in 90 Days by K.M. Jackson, and I believe this book is already out. This was an arc of it. This was sent to me by Forever, so thank you so much. I am planning on reading this very soon since it's already out and people seem to be really enjoying it, so I'm very excited to read this. And then Sophie Lark sent me her newest release, There Are No Saints, and I love this book with my entire being. I talked about it in my last video, in my wrap up, and this is just a reminder to read this book if you haven't already. It is amazing. I love it, and it quickly became like my favorite book ever, so impatiently waiting actually for There Is No Devil. So excited. And then I bought myself Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte one day. Me and my friends were in Barnes & Noble, and I was like, you know what, I kind of want to read this. So I bought it, and I'm very excited. I thought it would have been perfect to read in October because apparently this just has like a really strong gothic vibe and whatnot, and I didn't read it, so hopefully I can read it soon. I don't know why. It was really just an impulse buy. I don't know if I'm going through my classics phase or not. Next semester I'm taking a reading literature class, and I'm very excited about it, so yeah, I got Wuthering Heights. And the last of the books that I am showing you guys today is all from one person, a subscriber, Sonia. Thank you, Sonia, so much for sending me all these books. I get so happy every time I open a package from you. Your notes mean the world to me. I'm so excited to read every single one of these. They're all high on my TBR, and yeah, thank you so much. So Sonia sent me Fated by Liza James and also Descent by Liza James. I really want to read these. I believe they are paranormal romances that take place in the city, and they sound like a lot of fun. Liza James has gotten so much hype surrounding her, so I'm very excited to read both of these. She also sent me Vibe by Liza James, and then also Hush by Liza James. Again, stunning. I don't know much about these. I know that they are sapphic and seem a lot of fun. I have no idea if they're paranormal or not, but I think I want to do a video reading Liza James for the first time, and then I can read her Fated series and then also this series as well. But again, Liza James has gotten so much hype, so I'm dying to read these. She also sent me Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin, and then also The King of Liberties, and this is like a novella that you read before Sea of Ruin, I believe. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this. Everybody keeps telling me to read Sea of Ruin, and I want to so badly. I've never read a dark romance in a historical context, so this one should be pretty good. Also, I believe it's a little bit of a love triangle, which I love so much, so yeah, I'm very pumped to read these. She also sent me Dangerous Temptation by Gianna Darling, and I read this on my way back from South Carolina when I was visiting my friend, and I loved this book so much. I went on my story, ranted and raved about it, and talked about how much I wanted to read the Midnight Dynasty series, I believe, or the universe, and that universe is basically like a bunch of authors write about these two rivaling families, and I have read Kay Webster's book now, which I'll get into in a second. But yeah, I loved this book. I'm so excited for part 2 of the duet to come out. I'm so excited to dive deeper into the Midnight Dynasty series because so good. It was so good. And I'm invested in everyone's life now, and I need to know what happens with everyone. She also sent me A Lady of Rooksgrave Manor by Catherine Moon, and I believe this is a reverse harem with a bunch of monsters, paranormal, and yeah, I love paranormal romances, so I'm very excited to read this one. She also sent me Haunting Adeline by H.G. Carlton, and I love this book so much. Like, this book brought me out of a reading slump. I love a stalker romance. I love a dark romance. This one was everything that I love in romance in this big chunky book, which again, this happens to me all the time. I read a book on my phone within like 2 days, and then I have the physical book and I'm like, oh my gosh, I read this in 2 days. I do not have a life. And that is fine with me because this book was everything, and I cannot wait for part 2 to come out. I've been just getting so invested with duets recently, and I'm just dying for all the duets to come out with the part 2. I'm like going crazy right now. There Are No Saints, Gianna Darlings, Haunting Adeline, or I think the second one is Hunting Adeline. And yeah, my brain and heart can't take this anymore, and I'm gonna hold off from duets for a while now because I'm just impatiently waiting for all of them. But yeah, I loved this book, and I cannot wait for Hunting Adeline. She also sent me the entire Midnight Mayhem series by Amo Jones. I am so surprised that I have not read this series yet. I love Amo Jones and everything that she writes. I've read her entire Elite Kings Club series. It's one of my all-time favorite series. I just have not gone around to these. So I asked you guys on Instagram if I should film a video reading these for the first time, and it was like 100% yes. So I will be doing that very soon. People love her and love this series, so I'm very excited to give this series a try. And then when I talked about how much I loved Guarding Temptation by Gianna Darling and wanted to get into the Midnight Dynasty series or universe or world, I really don't know how it all works. Sonia sent me some books in the series to get me started, and I am so excited. She sent me Skyscraper Cinderella by Kay Webster, and this is a bind up 3 books that Kay Webster has in this universe. So I believe it is A Stroke of Midnight, Prince Charming, and then The Glass Slipper, or yeah, The Glass Slipper. I read Stroke of Midnight already, loved it so much. I'm about to start Prince Charming soon, and yeah, I love this series so much already. She also sent me I'm not sure the name of the series, Contribution to the Midnight Dynasty World as well. So we have Heartless, I'm not sure the order, but I think it's Relentless, and then Solace, and I'm very excited to read these. It deals with, I believe, Lucien Morelli and then Elaine Constantine. So yeah, I'm loving this universe, and I'm very excited to read every single book. My goal is to read every single book in the Midnight Dynasty universe. It's really hard to like read them in the order that they all came out because they're all like really intertwined. So I'm just gonna go with the flow, but I'm trying to read every single one of them because I'm obsessed. I love Stroke of Midnight and Dangerous Temptation, so yeah, I'm very excited to read all of those. And then she also sent me Lessons in Sin by Pam Godwin, which is another book in the series, and I believe this follows Tinsley Constantine. I'm excited because in every single book that I've read so far, people are always talking about Tinsley Constantine, and I think she's like the golden child of the Constantines, so very excited about this. And last but not least, Sonia also sent me Satan's Affair by H.D. Carlton, and apparently you're supposed to read this before you read Haunting Adeline, which I never did, so I'm planning on going back and reading this. People say that it was incredible. This is incredibly gory. I believe it's just like a little novella, but I'm very excited to read it because we actually meet who this book is about in Haunting Adeline, so I'm very excited to read this. I think I really enjoyed her character in Haunting Adeline, so this one should be a fun time also. And last but not least, I found this in a little free library, and it was Just Kids by Patti Smith. I really don't know what this is about. I just saw it all the time on TikTok for a long time, so I wanted to pick this up and see what it was all about, and I'm planning on reading this very soon. So those are all the books that I have to share with you guys today. Thank you so much if you sent me a book for my birthday. And Sonia, thank you so much for sending me all of these books. I'm dying to read all of them, report back, and recommend all these books once I've read them and loved them. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a big like and a comment down below, and also subscribe so you never miss another upload from me. And I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye.
If I got one thing right, it was you and me.